guys, welcome back to my channel, Mermaid Nina here. As you guys know, I am 100% in packing mode because I am headed to the parks within days. So I thought I would take a moment and share with you guys my airplane bag. So if you've seen my previous videos, I have shared my airplane bag before. However, with COVID and everything going on, my airplane bag has made some changes. And the first thing that's really key here for my airplane bag is I really need things to be washable. So things that I would have packed pre-COVID, I'm not necessarily packing right now because I'm trying to keep things as easy, as washable, as, you know, do I really need this for a 2-hour flight kind of situation? Obviously, if you are flying internationally or for a longer trip, you might want to add a few of those things back into your airplane bag. But for me, I'm trying to keep it simple and kind of to the point because, again, less things to kind of get germs and whatnot on them because we are in the middle of this COVID situation. Another thing you will have noticed that previous videos, I did suggest that kids have their own airplane bag, and I still do suggest that. Just maybe not right now. Maybe in a few months as things kind of calm down and COVID isn't as crazy as it is right now, we can bring back the kids' airplane bags. But for right now, I'm trying to, streamline the whole situation and really got to what we really need on the airplane for that flight to Disney, and that is what's in my airplane bag. So everything that my kids need, what I need, are all in one bag. And again, key here for me is washable. So before I was using a backpack, I have moved on to a tote. That is 100% washable. So after our trip, I can throw this thing in a wash and it's all good and clean for next time. So I've made my list of all the things that are really needed for an airplane bag. But this is what I use. I don't know if it will fit in the screen. It's a very large Vera Bradley tote. In fact, Shop Disney just came out with a new print. It's kind of on the pinky side. It's adorable, featuring Minnie Mouse. So you can actually get the same size tote on Shop Disney right now, just in a different print. But I absolutely love this bag because I am putting my kids' stuff in here too. My bag is getting more filled up than it was, say, previously. So having a giant bag that I can also wash is key for me right now. I also love that it's a tote because the kids can kind of spread it out like this and really search for what they're looking for inside the tote. It doesn't totally fit underneath the airplane seat, but I can kind of squash it and kick it a little bit or keep it between my legs on the airplane. So it absolutely is something I can take as a carry-on item. So you guys want to see what's in my airplane bag? Woo-hoo! All right, so I took everything out to make it easier because my bag was royally stuffed. So I kind of didn't include things that you would take for personal use, like stuff you might keep in your purse that you would then transfer over to your airport bag. But don't forget your ID and your passport. Depending on when you're flying, where you're coming from, you will need some form of ID and passport, so don't forget that. Now, in my airport bag, I do pack cash in case you're in a tipping situation. Maybe you have to tip someone to help you with your bags. Maybe you need cash to get one of those luggage carts. But for traveling in general, I pack a little special pouch that I keep my extra cash in. I also have this envelope here that I have labeled with certain things that I know I will have to tip while I'm at Disney. So I state things like the airport shuttle, Magical Express, bellhop, mousekeeping, which is housekeeping, and extra kind of tips. Right now, Disney is in a cashless situation. They don't want you using cash to buy products and things, but we are still tipping those tipping type positions. So I make sure I always have enough cash on hand for those people. I label it out here on an envelope. I keep it in a bag. And then I throw in some extra 1s and 5s because you never know when you're gonna need it. So don't forget a few extra dollars. And then going with the purse thing, don't forget your wallet and your insurance cards. I mean, you are traveling. So outside of that kind of obvious stuff, Here we go. So the first thing, and again, this is in no particular order, is motion sickness. You are on an airplane. If you have never flown before, you might want to think of a few of these things. But if you know you kind of get prone to motion sickness, there's a few things that you probably want to pack with you. First thing is Dramamine or some sort of motion sickness pill. For me, it's my child, my daughter. She has got crazy motion sickness like her mother. So I always make sure I pack her kids Dramamine. And in that situation, I always make sure I pack her kind of like lozenges that she can kind of suck, little candies. You can actually go and look for ginger candies or mint candies, things that are known to kind of soothe the tummy while you travel. So I always pack extra little suckies for her. And in addition to that, which might be a little gross, I pack buckets. They're just reusable to-go containers. I think we actually got these from a Chinese restaurant. Yes, my kids have vomited on an airplane, and yes, they have vomited in these types of buckets. It's just when something comes up, you don't always have that barf bag in front of you, nor do you want to be rummaging through that pocket on the airplane, because that's actually one of the most germy spots on an airplane. So yes, I pack my own little vomit buckets for her. She feels safer knowing she has her bucket with her. She actually flies with it kind of in between her legs or next to her seat, just in case. I will also pack in a little wipe or a washcloth in case she needs to wipe her face. Or of course, you can always use your baby wipes. But yeah, I do pack buckets. And for the adults or people who chew gum, don't forget of, you know, your ears popping on the airplane. So I do pack my little Tupperware smidget filled with gum that I use in case of those ear popping situations. So anytime the plane takes off or anytime the plane lands, I absolutely pop in a piece of gum. And don't forget any other sort of turbulence situations, you might need the gum as well. So think of those type of things for motion sickness. And then of course, it's an airplane. And even though I totally trust Delta, I fly Delta pretty much exclusively. They have done all sorts of things since COVID, revamped their filtration systems. They clean and sanitize between every flight and all these great things, which I love, but it doesn't stop me from packing my own wipes. So I absolutely will wipe down a plane. Make sure you check out my video where I teach you how to do that. And I also will pack hand sanitizer, which is actually attached to the side of my bag. So while I'm on it, don't forget to label your bag in case something happens and you know, you leave it behind or you misplaced it or whatever. So yes, sanitizer and wipes. And then right now, Delta specifically, because that's what I'm flown, they no longer do the beverage cart. They no longer do the snack cart. What they do is they automatically just give each passenger their own little water bottle and a few couple snacks, Cheez-Its, granola bars, something like that. Stuff most people can eat, although of course the Cheez-Its we cannot eat, but the granola bar we usually can. In addition to that, depending on how long your flight is, depending on what time you're flying, you might want to bring your own snacks or lunch. So of course we pack our own water bottle, we pack our own snacks. I try to pack things that are kind of easy to pack, easy to kind of get out and lift. I'm no longer packing just bags of chips that can open everywhere. I'm trying to encourage my kids not to eat on the airplane because that means their mask is off and their fingers are getting in their mouth. So we're aiming for not really eating on the plane, but I do specifically pack chip-like products because my daughter does feel that when she's in a motion sickness situation, the chips make her feel better. Whatever, you just kind of go with it. But yeah, don't forget your snacks and water. All right. Entertainment. So of course, most airplanes right now, again, Delta, if we're flying to Disney World, we know we're going to get our own personal TV screen for which we can watch a movie, we can play games, we can watch a TV show, whatever. So knowing that, the only thing I really need to pack is headphones. So each kid has a thing of headphones. I have my headphones in here, so it's really easy and portable. So we never go on a flight without our headphones. If you are someone who likes to read a book, or perhaps the kids need to do homework, don't forget that. Don't forget a gaming system, although turn down the volume. And of course, you're gonna need your charge cord to charge any sort of gaming device or your phone. Again, if you're going on a flight that doesn't necessarily have that TV set capability, then don't forget to pack a tablet, especially for your kids, filled with movies and games that they can watch. I do know on the Delta flights, there is a way to charge your devices, so that's also very handy. So the other things kind of outside what you're gonna need on the plane itself, again, I'm keeping it really simple. I am not packing my flight pillow, extra blankets, all those kind of things I would normally have packed pre-COVID. I'm trying to keep it simple. Right now, I always fly with a hoodie, so I can easily kind of put the hood up if I want to sanitize my head against the seat. But then again, that's why you wipe it down. So other things to consider are masks. What if your flight was a little long? What if you got sick on your flight? What if there was some moisture going on? Always good to pack backup masks. So I always toss in our backup masks. Again, I mentioned the hoodie, a pen. If you are traveling anywhere internationally, there is a chance they're going to make you fill out some sort of form going into that country, something you need to claim, something for whatever situation. So I always pack a pen. If I am traveling internationally, I will pack a pen per person because usually they have you fill out multiple forms. And of course, if you're going to Disney, you can't forget to pack your magic bands. Because as soon as you get off the plane, the next thing you do is you go to transportation to go get on the Magical Express, and that will be the first time that they scan your bands. And with that said, don't forget your Magical Express envelope, just in case your bands don't, just in case your bands don't scan, you can have this as a backup. Although I've never been in a situation where my bands didn't scan, so not really a known issue. And I did mention gum, but I'm going to mention it again. Just having something to freshen your breath or to help with any sort of ear popping turbulence is very handy. I, of course, always go everywhere with a nail filer, excuse me, because I am prone to breaking my nails, especially when traveling. And I don't go anywhere without my chapstick. So I have my handy dandy Nina chapstick holder right here. So yeah, the bigger the bag, the better, because even though this doesn't look like that much stuff, you'll be surprised the morning we go to leave how much other stuff will go and land in my bag. Someone's hoodie they took off because they're hot will go in my bag. I need another set of headphones, that'll go in my bag. 4 bottles of water will go in my bag in case we get to the airport, someone's hungry, we buy lunch, then the leftovers will go in my bag. So key points here. Think simple, think washable, and think sanitary. But with all that being said, I can say that I have flown 8 times since this COVID stuff kind of happened. And I don't want to jinx myself, but there's never been an issue. We have not even ever gotten a sniffle or a cold. Nothing from traveling since COVID, since wearing the masks and everyone keeping to themselves and germs have been kind of keeping at bay. We have been very fortunate and lucky to say that we've flown and come back and no issues whatsoever. And if you're looking for an airline, I am not a Delta representative by any means, but Delta is who I fly with. Delta is who I trust. And currently right now, they are still not selling that middle seat, which allows you to have a little bit more social distancing. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Again, if you have littles, you might consider packing something else, but I do warn people not to pack things kids can drop on the floor over and over again. I think it's really easy to think, I'm gonna pack my kids a coloring book with crayons, and that's great, except when they drop the crayon. And then you're rummaging on the bottom of the airplane trying to find the crayon. And right now with COVID and everything going on, I think that's really just the last thing I would be doing is rummaging for that crayon. So if you can get your kid to play on a tablet or on your phone or watch the TV screen or read a book, that is what I suggest because it's easy, it's simple, it doesn't involve a lot of things, and it kind of keeps everything nice and clean and sanitary. So Anyway, I hope this video helped you guys out, and I hope it's a little insight into what, like I said, what I'm traveling with right now during COVID. Once COVID is over, my bag might change and adjust yet again, but I absolutely love traveling with this tote. Again, any tote can be helpful. I love traveling with a tote as well, because once we get to the resort, I can take everything out and I can use the tote as we go to the pool or the beach or whatever situation we want. The tote's kind of multi-purpose. So anyway, I hope this video helped you guys out. Please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it and turn it gray. Hit the bell icon for notifications. Like this video and comment. I want to hear from you. What do you pack on an airplane that I totally forgot? Something outside of your normal personal use. Like obviously I didn't show you our EpiPens. Stuff like that. But what stuff do you find that you pack that you find helpful, especially now with COVID going on? I'm curious because maybe I need it. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope this video helped you out. Mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye.